Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 252 by 226AT. This is a mill finish latching panic exit saddle with a black Thermo seal. So the 252 by 226, all of that conspires to mean that this is a two-piece sort of threshold assembly where they have the portion with the bump up or the latch track portion, latching panic back here, and then the offset portion here, brought together and then welded. So as we're looking at that part number, the 252 is going to be actually the leading edge, or what started out as the offset edge. Then the 226 is going to be the bump up style. Not so much that it matters, but when you put the two part numbers together, they're going to take these two pieces, assemble them to give you these specific dimensions. Now, dimensionally, let's go over what this threshold is. This is 4-inch wide. Okay? So that's fairly common for a commercial application. As a bump up, these other two dimensions are more common. 1/2 inch down here, and then 7/8 here. Now what that means is that's going to give you a perfect application where you are using a typical hollow metal door, stock hollow metal door that has a 3/4 inch undercut, okay, in a hollow metal frame. You might have a frame a little bit less, smaller in the jam depth, 4-inch. You know, as a threshold like this, you'd be looking for maybe something 5-inch wide as a bump up style, but nonetheless 4-inch is certainly relatively common as well. In my experience, the 1/2 inch and the 7/8 and 5-inch are more common than 4-inch, but there are installations where the client needs, the sill condition is such that they require a smaller threshold. Now, this is a bump up threshold, or what's called a latching panic threshold. Bump up because of the obvious. That door is going to make a seal against the face of this thermo material, this inserted thermo seal, which is a high performance synthetic material, and make a very positive, weather tight seal at the bottom of the door. Some people, and likely this is an outswing door, will even add a door sweep out here. I prefer to add the door sweep out in front of the door, even a piece of bristle that has an angle on it, because you want to keep the water out here. You want to fight that out at the face of the door, not underneath the door. Okay, this is for me more of a wind seal is what's happening back here. You don't want to have this do the work of keeping the water out. Now, moving on, this is a latching panic threshold. What that means is the profile of the 226 portion back here specifically is intended for the bottom latch of a surface vertical rod exit device. So how that applies, and not so much on a 3-foot threshold like this, but on a 6-foot threshold, let's say, where you have a pair of 3-foot doors. The back, the emergency exits, double doors in the back of a large box store sort of application where you have pairs of doors, surface vertical rod devices on both doors. Those doors need to be weather sealed. It's an exterior door. Those doors are likely hardly ever used. And this threshold allows that bottom latch of the exit device to rest against this raised ridge, or this portion of the extrusion, doing the job of having the ability to seal the door without compromising the weather seal. Okay? And the exit device is not compromised by having something to latch onto, is where all of that gets its name from. Okay, available in several different lengths in the website as well. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. The reasoning is if you had to take this 36-inch piece and cut it down to, say, 30-inch for any reason, you'd eliminate that countersink that's there. Then the next one's all the way here in the middle of the threshold, so you're stuck drilling another countersink. So if you order a custom length, we'll not only locate that first countersink at the proper distance from the edge, but the proper center to center as well. And speaking of those holes, screws are included in a complementary finish. They look like about a number 12 by 1.5 inches. If I've not said it already, this is also available in the dark bronze anodized finish as well. Pemko, the name is synonymous with all things weather stripping related, not only thresholds like this, but perimeter gasketing, door sweeps, material made of aluminum like this, architectural bronze and stainless steel as well. You may have noticed in this video that there's a piece of black something there. Well, that something there is a rigid PVC type material where this same sort of threshold concept can be made as a thermal break. Now, this isn't a thermal break because the exterior and interior pieces of aluminum are welded together, but Pemko has the ability to create a thermal break where this piece of PVC material can be a different shape, where it will actually have a section that projects up here to the top and to the bottom, where it creates an actual break separation between the inner and exterior pieces of aluminum, and that significantly helps retard the transmission of temperature. I have seen doors installed with thermal break thresholds, which is what they're called, in an exterior door where it's below freezing outside, and the inside temperature of that frame is practically room temperature, which is kind of amazing. And there's no frost buildup on the bottom of your threshold as well. Any questions on the Pemko 252x226AT bump-up style thermal insert threshold or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.